Yo, what is up? I'm back for another anime review. I'm pretty sure this is week 8. I took a little break, so yeah, I'm catching up to a lot of stuff. I've been liking some shows this season. Ranma one half, I'm up to date on. So it's more pretty fun adventures. Nothing like too crazy, just more like fights with Ranma as like his and Akane's relationship is still like very volatile. I caught up to the Kamen Rider anime. A bunch of washed up dudes just like, living their dream, trying to be like heroes in the real world. It's like pretty funny. Gachiakuta as well, like consistently kind of brings the animation very high quality. Although the story does have a bit to be desired, so I'll talk about that. One Punch Man, insane episode finally, bro. Flashy Flash. They show it out, bro. Pray for the animators, but damn, they're delivering sometimes. Also, I've been liking Musume. We've been getting some break weeks, but yeah, Oguri Cap, she's getting more power. She needs to upgrade her skills. And yeah, some other shows continue. My Hero Academia finally like kind of wrapped up with the boss fight. So now it's like more cleanup and stuff at the end too. I'll talk about that. But it feels pretty nice getting like a cool finale. I think it'll only have 11 episodes. And also a lot of like other insane shows continue. Sanda, bro, the school is full of terrorists. This monster wants to eat me. Some toxic Yuri. Also, To Your Eternity. There's some like kind of sus arcs happening, but the emotions still like kind of hit hard. So yeah, where to start off with? I guess Musume, bro. I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, we have 7 episodes so far for Cinderella Great Part 2. I mean, it's been nice. So Oguri Cap lost it to Mama Cross again with the Japan Cup, I think, with all the other like kind of foreign racers, but she placed 3rd. So even with like all her struggles running a long race, couldn't like keep up with everyone with their skills, she still like was able to like kind of dig deep. And then we realized that she has to dig deep even harder because in order to beat like these superstars like the LeBron James, the kind of like really good people, you have to unlock your skill. You have to go to that next level. She's trying to like get it. There's like this kind of black glass that she has to break through. That's like the visual they're using. But yeah, it's still like unpredictable. Like there's no like scientific way to get it. You just have to like work hard, I guess. It looks like this final race for the season is gonna be the Arima Kinen. So yeah, everyone is like prepared for it. I think it's a long race, and then there's gonna be Super Creek there. There's gonna be Dictus, Oguri Cap, Tamamo Cross, and also some other background horses as well. So yeah, everyone seems to like have their main character energy, but yeah, the main thing is like this is gonna be Tamamo Cross's last race. It looks like she has some like not illness, but I guess she just wants to retire now while she's like on top. So yeah, if she wins Arima Kinen, that's bad for Oguri Cap because they want to be rivals. Oguri Cap's heart is breaking. Like if I can't beat you here, I have no purpose anymore. So it's like kind of big news. Tamamo Cross, she's been like winning a lot. Like the fact that she's retiring so soon, it's not like due to like injuries or anything, but I guess it's just like kind of future long-term health conditions. I've seen people like they talked about the actual real horse, so yeah, she was actually like kind of struggling to eat like as like these races went on. So yeah, they kind of depicted that here as well. I guess she's just like always kind of like a small skinny horse, but yeah, she was able to like kind of beat everybody. But yeah, basically Oguri's last chance is Arima Kinen to beat Tamamo Cross. He hasn't beaten her yet, so I assume like it's gonna happen. So I guess she has to unlock her like final ability. Basically looks like she's kind of training hard. There's gonna be an uphill, so the horse girl Belno is also trying to like kind of tailor make the training to like fit her specifically to kind of keep up with everyone else and also unlock her special power, like go into the zone. It looks like she was able to unlock it because she was like racing with Dictus. I think we're only gonna have 10 episodes. So much drama is happening. I love this anime so much, so yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen with Oguri Cap. Also after that, we have My Hero Academia final season. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Basically all the heroes that are fighting, they're in the hospital because they beat Shigaraki finally. I have a lot of opinions on this. I do like that it kind of wrapped up like kind of like cleanly. The fight is over. Animation was decent, and it was like a fun pop-off like kind of fight with like all 3 kind of big villains, all for one kind of getting beaten by Bakugo. Like it was a bit cheesy, but then they defeated Shigaraki, the world as well. All for one and one for all, both of their powers are disappeared. So yeah, I did have opinions on the Shigaraki fight. Him as a villain, I thought like since season 7 it's just so boring because he has super regeneration. Like nothing matters. The fact that Deku was late just added unnecessary drama because now like every hero is just like super injured during the fight. It just didn't really make sense to me. So yeah, I just thought him being like this giant monster form that couldn't be damaged was a bit annoying. And then the only way to damage him was to have Deku punch him and do like a friendship punch. Oh, I'm gonna give you one for all. And then after that, kind of relate to him. So yeah, I thought the final boss was just like a bit annoying. That's just like my opinion on Shigaraki. Like I had the same opinion with the manga. I think like the fact that I finished up though, it still like felt good to get this like kind of ending here. Deku kind of showing up, and all the heroes as well, they helped him. They're like, yo, Deku got one for all. He's gonna punch him. We have to like clear the way for him. So it's kind of like a funny Marvel Endgame thing where all the heroes like show up. They're blocking all the hands from attacking Deku while he just like rushes in. Unfortunately, Uraraka was in here. She was injured, so she had to be helicoptered away. And there we go, hype final moment there. We get some closure. Next episode, episode 9. The heroes are like kind of using their powers to rebuild the city, which is nice. So yeah, we're in a time of peace now. All the characters like kind of recovering in the hospital. So yeah, they have like a lot of injuries. Deku got that yee ass haircut with like, shrapnel kind of cutting the side of his head. But yeah, he's doing good. All his classmates are like kind of nice and helpful. We see Bakugo, he gets like the redemption arc. He apologized for making fun of Deku. He's kind of sad that he doesn't have a rival anymore to chase because Deku has no powers anymore. And yeah, I guess all the other like students like doing well. We see the dude with the light power that was a traitor. He decides to drop out of UA. Yeah, this is like his farewell. He'll probably be back. And we see the invisible girl as well, Agakure. So yeah, she's also like kind of visible now. Also, yeah, the episode ended in a pretty decent spot where we see Dabi. So yeah, he's still alive, just like suffering in this like kind of cage, just like suppressing his firepower. We see him and his dad Endeavor. So it looks like they're going to keep talking every day. That's their plan because, yeah, I guess time heals all wounds. So yeah, besides that, more cool stuff happening in the future probably as we get like more kind of closure for all the characters. Also after that, we have One Punch Man. So yeah, season 3, episode 8. Damn, bro. The animators were struggling, but we finally get a good episode. It's Flashy Flash. So yeah, he shows up out of nowhere. He's fighting like dudes from the ninja village. And damn, I was kind of unprepared for this. I was doing with everybody else the past few episodes where they were like struggling to animate like Mizuki, all the side characters. It just didn't really give me any confidence. But it looks like for these S rank heroes, maybe the animators are working hard. So I know people are like, oh, who do I blame? Do I blame JC staff? Do I blame Bandai? Do I blame the animators? Do I blame myself for having high expectations? I don't know, dog. But it looks like, the animators are trying because, JC staff worked on season 2, which had like decent moments as well. Like it wasn't really perfect. It had like flaws, but it was like actually like animated compared to this season. But yeah, this episode with Flashy Flash was nice. So just like really high quality, like shots of him like kind of speeding around, zooming. I thought they depicted it really well. And then it's like the fight went into phases where he didn't go full speed immediately. All the kind of monster ninjas were like kind of powering up. We saw him kind of struggling a bit, getting hit, but then it looked like he was just like biding his time because he wanted to kill both of them in one hit. Because if he didn't, then they'd probably like regen and run away. Because yeah, both of them are like really fast. It's basically a battle of like the fastest people, the fastest monsters, and the hero here. Also, yeah, second half of the episode, we see Child Emperor. So he's also kind of like doing his job, trying to rescue the hostage. So he goes straight to it. He kind of sees like Metal Knight's kind of dissembled body, and then he fights with Phoenix Man. It looks like Child Emperor is doing well, although his power seems to be like kind of restricted to these gadgets as well, which is kind of limiting, I guess, because if you run out of tools, that might be kind of bad for you. He's just like a little kid. But yeah, it looks like he's okay so far. All these S-class heroes haven't really disappointed yet. So yeah, Child Emperor, he beats Phoenix Man, and then now he's just like running around with like his little gadgets, kind of like attacking people. So yeah, more villains out here, more heroes. It looks like the final episodes of the season, there's gonna be like a lot more fights with these like kind of high level people. And that is good because it's pretty much been Garo, like talking about the actual story. Like Garo has been carrying the entire season. He's been the only one kind of doing things, but yeah, now all the other heroes, after talking a lot, they're also like kind of getting into the mix. Also, we have Gachiakuta, so we have 21 episodes. This episode was kind of hyped up because it had all the animators on it. And yeah, there was like a lot of like cool scenes as well, just like Rudo fighting, him using his power finally, his gloves to kind of like make this like super gun. This like kind of giant nail rail gun that he was using to shoot this dude with like a bunch of hands. So yeah, I mean, they're finally fighting in this episode. So also a controversial take, I think, but in this like kind of season, the second half, they've been kind of trapped in this giant like garbage monster beast. But yeah, the thing is like no one has been fighting really besides Rio. I think her fight delivered so well, but everything else was just like people standing and talking. I guess the fight with Jabber and the stick guy was okay, but then I don't know, man. It was not really a fight, really. But we did get his backstory. I think Zanka, we got his backstory. So yeah, I think like those were the only two like notable events that went on until episode 21. Like in episode 20, there was like the giant car scene. It was kind of hype, I guess. But yeah, like without the Rio fight, like I think the second half would kind of be disappointing for me. Like I don't think like, you know, shonen anime needs fights like constantly. Like plot progression with like, you know, world building and story is like good. But they haven't been doing that. It's like people have been standing around and just like in the same spot. Like Engine has just been like walking through mazes. Rudo has literally been talking to the final boss and done nothing. Like the boss was like, "Oh, what can you do? You're just a little kid. You can do nothing." It's just like it's like dialogue filled with nothing. I think the pacing's like pretty bad. Reminds me of Demon Slayer pacing, honestly. But besides that, you know, like again, the animation's like sick, so can't really like complain about that at all. So the sense of urgency doesn't really seem to be too high as everyone just like running around. But then yeah, they realize in this final episode they're actually going into the spear, so they have to kind of cancel that because if you go into the spear, there's a high chance of just like dying when you like, I don't know, break through the atmosphere maybe. So yeah, Rudo doesn't want everyone to die, even though his goal is to go to the spear. So his goal is to kind of just like bring down the trash beast so they just like fall down back into the earth. The problem is all the other villains are like distracting them. So yeah, they're fighting like the dude with like all these prosthetic hands. That's his tool. And then yeah, Rudo is able to kind of pierce it with his like rail gun. He kind of shoots two high powered nails through it to kind of like penetrate it. It was pretty sick, animated very well. So he goes all out, kind of beats the dude with the arms, but he's unable to like destroy the core of the monster. So it looks like all the other evil scavengers, they're running away. They're using the kind of manhole girl's power to teleport out. And then as everyone else gets distracted trying to bring down the garbage monster, we see the girl with the hair powers that Rio shot. So she's back alive with girl with the electric hairs. So I guess she'll be the final villain. Like, damn, Rio, why didn't she go for the head? I guess because she's an ex-assassin, she doesn't want to kill anybody, but okay. I saw people, like, talking, like, why doesn't she take their weapons? Like, if she doesn't have her comb, she can't use her hair powers. So, yeah, I guess there's some gaps in logic. Oh, why didn't you take the vital instrument? Why didn't you do this or that? I don't know, man, but, you know, some more hype moments happening as we get the hair girl showing up at the end of this episode. So, that's it for Gachiakuta. Gonna keep watching, you know, as it finishes. It's, like, a really amazing anime. Also, talk about some other shows really quickly. So, there's the Kamen Rider one. Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. So, yeah, our main character is kind of like this washed-up 40-year-old. He had dreams of being a Kamen Rider, but, yeah, no one really took him seriously. Until one day, like, he finds, like, the villain organization, Shocker. They're real. He teams up with other Kamen Rider fans. They're kind of, like, trying to get stronger, fighting these street level villains. It looks like Shocker is actually real. There's like all these monsters in the organization that are kind of strong. So everyone has to train and get stronger. It's like pretty funny. It looks like their power comes from their head. So if they can believe that they're Kamen Riders, then they get that power. So yeah, they're just wearing like, you know, their 99-cent store masks and just like, you know, doing like funny stuff. There's like this girl Tackle as well. And then yeah, just like a lot of like muscular people, hot women. The anime's super funny and also the animation's like really high quality. So they kind of like a sleeper anime this season. So we have this Monster Wants to Eat Me. We're on episode 10. So yeah, more toxic Yuri. It looks like Hinako is being lied to because Shiori, she actually met her when she was younger. So we get that explanation. And she fed her mermaid flesh, which means that Hinako's blood tastes really bad to Shiori. So Shiori just lied to us. She's like, I'm gonna eat you, bitch. She's not. She wants to protect Hinako. We called this. It was so obvious. But yeah, Hinako feels lied to because she wants to die. She thought her sweet release, her escape was Shiori, but Shiori lied to her. She wants to protect her. So basically, yeah, Shiori wants Hinako to kind of be healthy and happy and, you know, live her life. Hinako wants to die, and then now she kind of doesn't forgive Shiori. She runs away from her because Shiori lied to her. So yeah, it's kind of like a funny situation. I assume we'll resolve it by episode 12. But yeah, if not, you know, more kind of Yuri drama. I live for it, so it's like been pretty entertaining so far this season. We also have Sanda. We're on 9 episodes, and yeah, just like a lot of like kind of crazy situations happening. We meet a new villain here. She's like this little girl where they're just sentenced here in like this kind of remedial class because they've killed an adult before. So if you're a child that kills an adult, like murder is still fine as a child. You can get away with a lot, but yeah, you're still like kind of relegated to the special class. So yeah, I guess some of the adults were evil to them. We see one of the girls' backstories where she killed her mom because her mom was like so into plastic surgery. It was kind of creepy and stuff. And then her mom was just like went so crazy, was like on a lot of pills. She cut her own arm off. So the other girl went crazy and then was just like, okay, I have to free you. I have to make you happy, so I'll kill you. So it looks like this girl is like kind of murder crazy because she sees that all these adults are suffering. So she has to kill any adult she sees to like release them from their suffering. That includes Sanda. So Santa Claus, we see he's trying to get stronger because he doesn't want to hurt these kids, but yeah, this kid is kind of crazy. So he has to kind of fight against her. It looks like he doesn't want to fight against the kids, but he wants to tank their damage because Santa, he's actually immortal. So like he can still feel pain, but it looks like he's just unkillable. I'm not really sure how that works, but yeah, basically I guess he can like regen and just like heal a lot of damage. So yeah, he's like getting stronger. He's like being the dark Santa Claus now with like a black outfit. I don't know how this is gonna work, but yeah, I guess like, power boost training arc for him. Also, at the end of episode 9 was kind of crazy because we see Ono and Fuyumura. So yeah, they've been kind of trying to rekindle their friendship because Ono has feelings for Fuyumura. Fuyumura doesn't know how to process this. It feels weird. And then Ono also feels kind of guilty because she's like kind of an adult, they're saying. Like she's just like a teenager that went through puberty. But basically all these characters are kind of just like broken. I like the story though because it's like, damn, so much drama. And then like the way they depict it is crazy. Like them kind of like just like stripping naked in front of each other and hashing out their feelings. So if Fuyumura doesn't like how Ono kind of changed and is now thinking of everything through like kind of sex and relationships, she just wants to be friends and just like have their friendship back. So yeah, I guess that's how the dynamic is going, and can't wait for more. Just like the story is like pretty captivating. It's super unique, and even though it's like weird at some point, it's like, damn, real emotions out here for all these like kind of like tortured students. There's also Yano-kun's Ordinary Days. I've been liking this romance, like kind of slice of life school anime compared to all the other kind of like romance animes this season. I don't know, it's like super wholesome, like not too serious. It's like this dude Yano who always gets injured, just like forming a friend group in high school. That's pretty much the gist of the show. That's like all that happens. But I guess there's a relationship dynamic happening as well. And Yano is also like super oblivious, so everyone's like trying to help him and also ship him with the main girl. So yeah, I mean it's like a feel good anime. Kind of feels like Skip and Loafer, where it's like two characters. It's not really fully romance focused, like the romance is the end goal, but it's more about like kind of like forming bonds in high school. I just had to mention it because I've been liking it a lot more than all the other kind of romance shows this season. Also after that we have Spy Family. So season 3 is continuing. It's crazy. I think 9 episodes. We solved the kind of like bus hijacking arc, which was kind of nuts and crazy. We see Anya got another star for that because she was able to talk down the hostage taker and then stop them from blowing up the bus because they had like this bomb backup in case like their plan kind of failed, because yeah, their plan did fail. Other kind of comrades in the other bus hijacking, they all got shot down by Yuri and his team. So their plan kind of went badly, and then yeah, the main dude, he doesn't want to kill Anya because she reminds him of his daughter. So he sees that he kind of lost his way. I think the problem is like when he gave up here, bro, your team and you are gonna like be Guantanamo Bay'd. It's like gonna be tortures. Like it's not gonna be good for you. Either way, it's not really a good conclusion for them. But I guess wholesome wrap up where Anya saved the day. Now Melinda's also there picking up Damien. We see Yor picking up Anya, which was funny. We see Anya was able to read Melinda's mind, and she kind of has like this bipolar energy inside of her. So it looks like that happens when her husband is mentioned. Also, besides that, yeah, we're back to school adventures as well. Anya and the squad are kind of like famous now, her, Becky, Damien, and everyone, as Anya and Damien also get closer. So more of the same stuff happening now as we kind of like finish up this like kind of big arc, like this hijacking thing. So yeah, there's some serious episodes, serious moments, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's Spy Family. So it's gonna be like a lot of like wholesome, just like funny, goofy, childish moments as well. There's also To Your Eternity season 3. So yeah, we're on 9 episodes. I'll talk about this really quickly, but we kind of like solved this arc with like this knocker. She kind of took the form of this dude's little sister. He's like this 30-year-old NEET. And then he's kind of creepy. I know a lot of people didn't like him. He was just like a loser. He was also a pedo. So yeah, I know, I get it. This dude, he's a Diddy blood. But yeah, he gets like kind of like a small redemption because it looks like you have to kind of watch the episode to really understand. But yeah, basically the girl was she killed herself because her parents were like neglectful. A knocker kind of took over her body, and then Fushi wanted to kind of free her. And also, yeah, the older brother also wanted to free her. So yeah, the way he did it was that like he kind of just like bites her, and then she just beats the shit out of him, pulls his hair, I guess injures him so hard, almost kills him. And then no one really tries to help because he's like, I got this. So yeah, basically the little sister's ghost kind of sees him struggling, and she's like, no, I don't want to die anymore, I want to live. So yeah, that was the trigger to get like kind of Bond to help. And then yeah, they kind of behead the knocker, and they're able to like dispatch her as like the other girl kind of takes over her body. So that goes on. We solved this arc with the little girl. I mean, there was like some real emotions there as she, it was sad that she killed herself, but I guess, things work out for her now. But yeah, now there's more questions as well, because we see like there's like the head knocker. It looks like she's like this lady with like this bladed pole arm, and then yeah, just like beheads the knocker, and it looks like she's kind of controlling everybody maybe. They have some purpose. They don't explain it to Fushi, but I guess something like world peace. They want to coexist with humans maybe. but they also might have a sinister goal. So more stuff might happen. You know, Mizuho, like she's also kind of sus as well. So I guess we'll see what their goal is in the future. There's also Chitose in the Ramune bottle. It's like around episode 6. We're kind of saving one of the girls that plays basketball because she has a stalker. So Chitose is pretending to be her boyfriend. It's still pretty awkward. Like this anime does a good job making me cringe every time because I think the quality is nice. I love the voice acting and everything, but the story is like really painful to go through. So basically, I think we know who the stalker is, maybe, or it could be a twist. There's like this random dude gets introduced who's like kind of has a crush on the girl, but they never really kind of acted on it. So yeah, maybe he's jealous of Chitose. Chitose kind of befriends him, so maybe he'll like kind of reveal it to him. Aha, I got you. But maybe they'll swerve it. But basically, there's a theme in this anime. We're kind of like fighting these villains while getting closer to the girls. Each villain is like somehow incel related. There was like the shut-in dude for the first one, and now it's a stalker. So maybe as the anime continues, or like, you know, if you read the light novel, you'll probably see more kind of like incel related characters that Chitose kind of talks down. I do like Chitose's dialogue though, because even though like everything is super cringy, he's still like kind of an interesting character. It looks like he has like this fake mask that he's like kind of showing to everybody. He doesn't really show everyone his true like emotions. Looks like some of the girls are kind of like reading him a little bit, but yeah, he's still like hiding his true self to everybody. And yeah, that's it for most shows this season. I've been keeping up with some other stuff. There's Tougen Anki, which is pretty bad. The story's kind of like a mess, but you know, more demons fighting other like Momotaro. I guess the fights kind of escalate, which is pretty cool. There's some, can I ask for one final thing? So the Punch Girl anime. It's kind of escalating, so there's like this final arc happening where the villainous girl, she has like this time power, so she's like controlling everybody. So Scarlet, she kind of gets a power up from the gods. She like kind of heals all her like injuries she had from overusing her time powers, and now I guess she's gonna punch the final villain, hopefully. Ranma one half continues. Not that much to talk about, it's like kind of same episode by episode, but we do meet a lot of new characters this season. Like Shampoo's back with her family. We see like this grandfather character coming up as well. He's so annoying. He's like the worst character in the entire show. He kind of ruins it for me. Like, yeah, but besides him, like the season has been like pretty funny and very high quality. And yeah, there's also Touring After the Apocalypse. This show has been also like really decent, just like chill slice of life. I know like it's not Girls Last Tour, it's like lower quality. It's like more of the same every week where we just go to some place, have some kind of like vision of the past. There's like some story with like these girls that are like actually androids maybe. So yeah, you know, it's still like a chill slice of life anime. So I've been watching it every week as well. And a lot more other shows. Oh, there's Gnosia. I haven't talked about it, but yeah, the Among Us anime. Yeah, this anime is rage baiting me every week actually. The main character is just like so timid, doesn't speak up, and just like throws the game a lot sometimes. Because yeah, this is the nature of the game. Also, like for this anime, is that the game, they vote on day one, which is something you don't really do. First of all, I don't even think it's good to vote on zero information, but like you don't vote randomly on day one when you don't know who anyone is. Like, why does the game force you to vote on day one? Also, after that, why does like not every character have a role? Because some people are just like NPCs in Gnosia. So like I feel like that's kind of hard to tell who you are if you have no role. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but I feel like if you're an NPC town character with no ability, it's like, what's the point? How do you even deduce anything? Like, you just talk. But it's decent quality, like good voice acting, and has some like interesting character designs. They've been saying there's like a good amount of love being put into the shows. And that's it for the anime this week. Thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping up. But besides that, if you made it this far, you know, let me know what shows you've been watching this season. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Peace.